Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, Browns fans. This offseason has been one of the most intriguing in recent memory, especially when it comes to the quarterback position. If you've been following the team closely, you know how historically tricky it's been for Cleveland to find that franchise quarterback, the guy who can lead this team deep into the playoffs and ultimately bring that elusive Super Bowl trophy back to Ohio. Over the years, they've had flashes of hope, but consistency and stability have often been missing. So naturally, this season's quarterback battle has everyone on the edge of their seats, and it's shaping up to be one of the most competitive competitions in the league right now. Right now, Cleveland's quarterback situation is a four-way battle, which is pretty rare at this stage of training camp. Usually, teams go in with a clear starter, but the Browns are quite literally keeping everyone guessing. Veterans Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, both seasoned players with plenty of NFL snaps under their belts, are fighting to hold onto that starting role. Flacco, you remember, has been around for quite some time, and he's that classic veteran presence. He's known for his strong arm and ability to make all the throws, and he's been a valuable backup for multiple teams, including stints in Denver, New York, and most notably Baltimore, where he had some of his best years. Of course, he's also got that Super Bowl MVP to his name, which is no small feat. But as he approaches his 40s, the question is, can he still be that reliable, game-managing quarterback the Browns need as they push for a playoff spot? Kenny Pickett, on the other hand, is a different story. Drafted by the Steelers in the first round in 2022, Pickett has been trying to carve out a role for himself in the NFL. He spent the 2024 season with the Eagles, gaining valuable experience, and now he's in Cleveland, looking to prove that he can be the guy for the Browns. As of now, many insiders see Pickett as the favorite to claim the starting job, mainly because of his youth and potential. The Browns are hoping that he can develop into not just a stopgap, but a long-term solution under center. The coaching staff and management have expressed confidence in his ability to improve, and if he can replicate some of the flashes he showed in college and during his brief NFL appearances, Cleveland might just have hit the jackpot. Then there are the young guns, Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, both drafted in the 3rd and 5th rounds respectively. These two represent the future, or at least the team's hopes for a future quarterback. They are on team-friendly contracts, which means the Browns can develop them without immediate financial pressures. Gabriel, who played at Oklahoma, has shown a lot of promise with his quick release and ability to throw on the run. He's someone who could develop into a starting-caliber quarterback if given the right coaching and opportunities. Shedeur Sanders, son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, is a fascinating prospect. Coming out of college with a big name and high expectations, Sanders has a lot of raw talent but needs seasoning. The Browns are giving him a chance to develop behind the scenes, and it's clear they're keeping an eye on his progress. Now, there's a lot of chatter about what this means for the roster and the upcoming season. According to NFL Network's Cameron Wolfe, it's unlikely that Cleveland will trade either Gabriel or Sanders before the season starts. This suggests that the team sees potential in both young quarterbacks and wants to evaluate them fully in game situations. So, what does that leave us with? Essentially, Pickett and Flacco are fighting for one starting spot, with the winner likely to begin the season as QB1. The loser, at least temporarily, could find himself on the move, perhaps to a team that's desperate for depth at quarterback. It's a classic scenario, but one that's amplified by the Browns' recent history of searching for stability under center. The situation is further complicated by the fact that Cleveland's roster is in a bit of a transition phase. The team has been building a solid foundation with a strong defense, a dynamic running game led by Nick Chubb when healthy, and an offensive line capable of protecting a young quarterback. The addition of a reliable, franchise-caliber quarterback could elevate this team to new heights. But right now, they're in that limbo where anything can happen. The coaching staff, led by head coach Kevin Stefanski, is emphasizing competition and development. They want to see who steps up, who shows that it factor, and who can handle the pressure of leading an NFL team. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let's continue with the big reveal. As we look at the broader picture, Cleveland's quarterback situation isn't just about this season. It's about long-term stability. The Browns have a history of swinging for the fences, trying to find that franchise quarterback through the draft, free agency, or trades. Sometimes they've come close, but more often than not, they've fallen short. Baker Mayfield was the latest hope for a homegrown talent, but after several ups and downs, the team decided to move on, bringing in Deshaun Watson from Houston, who was supposed to be that franchise guy. Watson's arrival was supposed to mark a new era, but his recovery from off-field issues and adjusting to a new system have complicated things. Meanwhile, the quarterback room is now more crowded than ever, with Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, and Sanders all vying for that starting spot. Looking deeper into the team's recent performance, Cleveland finished the 2023 season with a record of 7-10, a step back from their playoff push the year before. That record doesn't tell the full story, though. The offense was inconsistent, partly because of the quarterback situation, and the defense, while solid, wasn't quite enough to carry the team into the postseason. The Browns' management clearly recognizes that getting the quarterback position right is the key to unlocking their full potential. That's why they're taking their time in this competition, weighing experience against youth, potential against production. The coaching staff has always been pragmatic. They know that patience is crucial when developing quarterbacks, especially those with less experience. Kevin Stefanski, who has a reputation as a quarterback-friendly coach, is working closely with all four players during training camp, trying to gauge who has the best mental makeup, decision-making skills, and leadership qualities. It's not just about arm strength or athleticism, it's about mental toughness, decision speed, and the ability to stay calm under pressure. These are qualities that can't be measured by stats alone, but they often determine who ultimately takes the reins. The upcoming preseason will be critical. It's where all four quarterbacks will get real game reps, and the coaching staff will be able to see who can perform under pressure, who makes the right reads, and who can command the huddle. The Browns are in a unique situation where their roster is talented enough to make a playoff run if they get the quarterback position right. But if they don't, they risk falling into a cycle of mediocrity. That's why every snap, every decision, and every throw matters more than ever. And let's not forget the history of Cleveland Browns quarterbacks. It's a storied franchise, but one with a frustrating pattern of near misses at the most critical position. From Bernie Kosar to Tim Couch, to Brady Quinn, and even Johnny Manziel, the team has tried to find that perfect fit, but it's often eluded them. Now, with this current competition, fans are hoping that they've finally found a group that can rewrite that history. It's about more than just winning games in 2024. It's about setting the foundation for years to come, building that culture of consistency and excellence at the most important position on the field. Looking ahead, the expectations are clear. The Browns want to contend for the playoffs and aim for a deep run that could finally see them reach the Super Bowl again. With a roster loaded with talent on both sides of the ball, the pieces are there. But everything hinges on who takes that first snap of the season and how they lead the team. The competition is fierce, and it's a battle that will probably go down to the wire. Fans are eager to see who rises to the occasion, who handles the pressure, and who can be the leader Cleveland needs. In terms of statistics, Cleveland's quarterbacks last season didn't put up eye-popping numbers, but that's not unusual for a team that struggled with consistency at the position. Joe Flacco, in his brief appearances, showed flashes of the veteran sharpness he's known for, but with age catching up, questions remain about his long-term viability. Kenny Pickett's college tape suggested a player with potential to develop into a true franchise quarterback, but he's still unproven in the NFL. Dillon Gabriel has been impressive in flashes, but he needs more seasoning. Shedeur Sanders, with his big-name background and raw talent, is a wild card, a project that could either blossom into something special or require more time to develop. The Browns' front office and coaching staff are aware of all these factors. They're watching every practice, every scrimmage, and every game situation carefully. They want to see who demonstrates leadership, who makes the right reads under pressure, and who shows the mental toughness to handle the NFL grind. It's a delicate balance between patience and urgency. Cleveland's history has shown that rushing the quarterback position can backfire, but sitting too long can also delay the team's progress. From a strategic standpoint, the Browns are also considering the future. If by mid-season or even before, one of these young quarterbacks shows promise, the team might prioritize development over immediate results. Conversely, if the veteran Flacco or Pickett prove to be more consistent, they could hold on to the starting role for the foreseeable future. But make no mistake, this is a battle that could reshape Cleveland's quarterback outlook for years to come. Now, fans, it's essential to keep your eyes on this story. The NFL is a league of surprises, and the Browns' quarterback competition is no different. Every practice, every game, every decision made in the coming weeks could tip the balance. And when Week 1 arrives, we may see a completely different lineup than what we're discussing today. That's part of the beauty of football. It's unpredictable, exciting, and full of potential. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this quarterback battle? Do you believe Kenny Pickett will seize the moment and claim that starting job? Or do you think Joe Flacco still has enough in the tank to lead this team? Maybe you're optimistic about Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders stepping up sooner rather than later. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Thanks for being here, and let's keep the passion alive.